Your Eminence, once again, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to interview you. Last time we discussed about the FDF and the great success that it had, and this time I would like to ask you a couple of questions pertaining to the situation in our church today here in America, and allow me to call it a crisis. There is a certain crisis that after a little time we see even the American press involved and talking about what is taking place right now. And we started with the appointment or the election of the new Archbishop Spiridon in 1996, July of 1996. Afterwards we noticed that a organization which at that time was called the Παρεκκλησιαστική, outside the church, complained about some of his decisions having to do with firings and hirings and changing the composition of the Archdiocesan Council. At that point, his decisions had the Metropolitan's support because, as you said, give the man a chance, give him a break, allow him some time to get accustomed to the situation. Since then, we have seen that this organization, Goal, and others have raised their voices even louder, and even Your Eminences wrote a letter to our Patriarch, and you went to Constantinople, met with him, and the conclusion was not one that everybody would hope to have, a reconciliation and an agreement, but a situation which merits some kind of attention from our viewers, because everybody here is interested in knowing and hearing from your mouth what the situation is.
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity to talk even about this aspect of our life here in America. In all fairness, though, even though your analysis was basically correct, let's put some things in perspective. Indeed, there was a change in leadership in July of '96. Indeed, I personally thought, and all of us thought, that at that time the election of one of our own bishops would have been the best for the needs of our church here, in view of the fact that we have been here in this country all of our lives. We have worked hard for this church to create basically the church that we have today, and I made my views known publicly in both public interviews and private correspondence with His All Holiness. Nevertheless, the Mother Church decided otherwise. At that point, we have no choice but to accept the will of the Church and the will of God, accept the Archbishop, support him, and try to continue on the road to progress that we were on with at the end of the ministry of his predecessor, Archbishop Iakovos. And God is my witness, and all of you are witnesses to the fact that I personally have spoken publicly in support of the Archbishop for 2 years, saying that he's young, he's new, he must be given time to adjust, time to learn how the workings of the church here in America. And that was my position.
And I remember you saying that at a meeting in Oakland.
I
General Assembly
have said it
in
publicly in the presence of His All Holiness during his visit. I said it in a long interview that I have given to a daily in New York. I have said it to my priests. I said it to my laymen in the presence of the Archbishop. So I have a public record in this regard. As far as goal is concerned, even though its members are bona fide good children of the church, nevertheless, they started as a para-ecclesiastical organization. It is my belief and view that if we want to solve any problems, whether it's within the church or any other organization, we must work within to change things. We cannot just declare war and then hope to reform things. Things do not happen this way. So it is still my view that these beautiful people of the church must work with the church and within the church if we hope to change anything. And I have to also stress the fact that there was no correlation, there was no relationship between the bishops and the bishops' action and what the goal, organization, and people sought to accomplish. Ultimately, we have arrived at the same conclusion, but it was two independent kind of courses of action that led us to the same conclusion.
I'm glad you're clarifying that.
Let me again stress it firmly.
Because
that there was no relationship and no one has the right to identify the actions of the bishops.
I saw the publication they have and also the Voithia webpage, and it appears, your pictures, 5 pictures appear there. It gives the impression that you're working together.
Definitely that's not the case. The bishops found it necessary to speak out in writing when His Eminence, the Archbishop, without even the knowledge of the Archdiocesan Council, but perhaps only on the council of his advisors and his legal department, started a lawsuit against a group of laymen of the church. We do know that in the church it's forbidden by canon law to go to civil courts. Number one. Number two, we had a meeting of the synod the day before, and His Eminence did not tell us anything about this action. So when we heard at the plenary session of the Archdiocesan Council that this action was initiated, we were really startled and greatly disappointed.
You were not advised?
We were not advised, we were not told, and definitely we did not know that the Ecumenical Patriarchate has the ultimate responsibility to authorize such action was not involved. I asked the question of His Eminence whether he was acting after he sought the blessings of the Ecumenical Patriarchate, and he said they know about it, something that was proven to be incorrect. So our action was predicated on the uncanonical action that was taken by the Archdiocese against a group of laymen in the church. Two separate